It's now Wednesday of Men's Health Week, and the theme from Men's Health Network is Men Are Dying Earlier. And so they have this thing called the lifespan gender gap, because men die approximately 5 to 6 years earlier than women. And there are contributing factors. Deaths of despair, which are higher rates of suicide, overdoses, alcoholic liver disease, and most of those are often linked to economic hardship and mental health struggles. I won't talk about the systematic oppression and how we are programmed and conditioned to fail. So I get that. If the system's not set up for all of us to win. Other things are that men have a stigma attached to asking for help. They're trained, you are trained to carry the whole world on your shoulders. I get it. I see it. I've seen it my whole life. You carry the world on your shoulders and you are so weighed down, yet there's no strength for you to speak about it and to ask for help. And so men are less likely to seek preventative care or routine checkups. And so when you are worried about something going on internally, you're more likely to wait longer in order to actually go and check it out and find out what's going on. So you live with chronic health conditions rather than actually seeking help. There are more risk-taking behaviors amongst men over women, which is like higher prevalence of smoking, alcohol use, engagement in dangerous activities or occupations. And so there's sometimes unintentional injuries and accidents that will take men out before women because they're not in the same places. There are women in the same places, but definitely not as many. Also, structural imbalances. So health policies and insurance mandates usually are more female focused historically. And likely one of those reasons is because we are the ones who birth creation. We are the ones who born children, our sons and daughters. And so I get it. And we go through monthly cycles. And so there's more of a focus on women's health over men. And that's likely the main reason why men are afraid to ask for help, on top of the carrying the whole world on their shoulders. There are also biological factors. And behavioral causes are significant. Biological differences, including hormonal effects on stress and immune response. And so they play a huge role in the global pattern of male mortality. And as I've spoken in a couple of my previous videos, that this is something that weighs very heavy on my heart because I have lost so many of my brothers, my chosen brothers, at such a young age. I've lost, my first really good friend who we lost, he was wasted, and the story is that he puked in a cab. The cabbie kicked him out on the 400 series highway, and he was walking up an on-ramp and a car hit him and killed him instantly. That was a tough one because there was no justice received because whoever let him out on the highway clearly did not speak up. And then it snowballed from there. And it was trains and ropes and drugs and alcohol, and I lost count how many of my brothers I've lost. Growing up as a tomboy, I was in the depths of emotional conversation and challenges with my buddies. They struggle to speak. They're so programmed and conditioned to never be vulnerable. And if you cry, you're weak. Crying is a symbol of purging and releasing and clearing your energetic system so that you're not holding it within your nervous system. And so this week is like super, super reflective and important for me. And this is why I'm posting daily. I really want to create this safe space where you feel seen and heard. I've been in close quarters of my brothers who go through this shit and the challenges. And I've also been on the receiving end of what it feels like when you're surrounded by these men who are fragmented and unhealed. Hurt people hurt people. I grew up in a home where the level of conversation was surface. We didn't talk about emotions. I was told all the time I shouldn't feel how I feel. I shouldn't cry. Stop crying. We get it too. As women, we get it too. We're not that different. I was surrounded by uncles and grandfathers and parents, and it was a sexual focus. It was a patriarchal focus. It was that the difficulty to hear a woman's perspective, the difficulty to know that women carry this connection, this relationship with the divine, with the creator of all, that when you can receive guidance from a woman, you will be in a space where you feel held. And I'm not talking about all women here. Clearly, I know that we've all been through some shit. And I have seen how manipulative women can be. I knew I couldn't trust men because they wanted sex. But I never realized that I couldn't even trust my girlfriends. That's one of the reasons I became a tomboy. Plus, I love competition. To know that I can have a space where even if just one man, I've already had private messages from a few of you, and I appreciate the fact that you trust me enough to voice some of these things that you've been voicing, and knowing that I'm responding personally. I'm creating this safe space, this container where you can express and grow and remember who you are. Because you're exactly where you need to be. Stop stressing about where you've been and the shit that you've put other people through and the shit you've put yourself through. This moment is the moment that matters. Because what you choose to do today is going to leave the legacy tomorrow. And so your choice today will affect your tomorrow and our sons and daughters and future generations. So I'll leave you with this one thought. I know that we're in this time and space of authenticity. And you're going to be forced into it. And you're receiving signs and signals around you every single day. And most of you are choosing to ignore them. And this is why your world falls apart. You need to take accountability in your life. And this doesn't mean going to everybody in your space and telling them what you're doing. Because what ends up happening is, even in the Bible, like they talk about how Jesus will never be accepted in his hometown. Because the people around you are there to hold you. And I mean cage you. Until you're able to get away and find yourself again and remember who you are, you will never be safe speaking every single thing that you go through to the people you know the most. You need to find a space, a brotherhood. I I'm very cautious on saying counselor and therapist and that kind of stuff, because you need to find somebody that you can truly connect with, because they're not all there to help you. This matters a lot to most people. So you find somebody, you search, you go into your quiet space internally, and you build that relationship with the Creator. And you will start to know exactly what to do. That's how you build your deep inner knowing, your connection. So, what's one thing that you can do right now, as soon as you're done this video, since you're still here? Thank you for being here. I see you. We're at 10:44 now. And I want to honor you because you took this time, because you know that this message will help you. So what can you do once you end this video? One thing. Whether it's writing down a list of things you're ready to let go of, and you just do one at a time. It's not all about these quantum leaps. It's baby steps. Not everybody is ready to quantum leap yet. One thing you can do. Maybe you start to choose a better diet for yourself. Maybe you choose to go outside and go for a walk around the block, or go into a forest if you're close by and you go into some nature. Or maybe you turn this video off and you crank your favorite tunes and you jump around and dance around the house. Or maybe you just get off this video and you smile, or maybe you're smiling right now. And that's the one thing for this moment that can make your tomorrow better. It doesn't have to be huge. You are so much more worthy than what you've been giving yourself. And I see you, brother. Please stay.